Hello everybody, this is Tanya, and the fragrance we're discussing today is Torino 23 by Xerjoff brand. It's a very popular line from this luxurious company. I'm gonna show you all the boxes today, how it goes. Very pretty. Looks easier than it is. This is not it. One more box. A sec. I have to pull it up the way it's supposed to stand. So pretty. I actually love this line. And I'm gonna spray it on myself today. Everywhere. New offerings from this line, Torino, come out every year nowadays. I'm pretty sure they'll get Torino 24 very soon. And I decided, why not just make a review for this one? This is the signatures for the famous tennis ATP Championship finals. They're taking place in Torino, every year. And 3 years in a row, they made a dedicated fragrance representing this sport. And I have to say also about the fragrance called Torino, with no numbers, Torino from Xerjoff brand. It has different presentation, and that one is actually dedicated to the city of Turin and has nothing to do with tennis. Torino 23, on the other hand, represent the olfactory tradition, the classic olfactory tradition, with the lushness of white florals leading the composition. Top notes are bergamot, rose, nutmeg, cardamom. Middle is neroli, jasmine, tuberose, ylang-ylang. Base notes, patchouli, cashmere wood, cedar wood, amber, and musk. And as you might think of this note breakdown, oh, it is super feminine. Believe me, I'm not convinced. I'm not. Yes, I love this fragrance. Yes, I'd love to wear this all the time. But guys, it's super green. It's like greenish green fragrance. And so natural smelling. Starting off, for me, personally, with rubbery tennis balls smell right from the can, right when you crack the new tennis ball can open. It has a boost of wild bushy jasmine pollen, soapy neroli, and a little rose, and definitely has a sweetness of tuberose and ylang-ylang. And still, ylang-ylang is so far away from me. It's so blended in. It's really hard to separate it from everything else. For me, it has daffodils. Yes, actually, my friend helped me in determining that. Those daffodils, in the olfactory world, they always say Narcissus Accord. Narcissus. As for me, they're bangers here, the daffodils. It smells both rubbery, like the broken, slimy stems of those flowers, and also fresh and grassy. It has a dash of indolic accord also. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. That blend is so distinct. All of this blend. It is made in the best French tradition. Yes, even though Xerjoff is technically Italian brand, but I think this fragrance made in a French tradition. From Italy here is Bombastic Sillage. Absolutely stunning. And it has a cooling brightness of the whole thing. It kind of sounds counterintuitive. Very thick florals, sweet, indolic, maybe even honey florals. But it's executed with such a skill of a neurosurgeon or something, like very, very tender, amazing. That headache-inducing part of thick white florals standing against a ton of greens. And it looks like they used every floral's greenest parts and even more. And green patchouli. And it has a cooling effect, maybe from cardamom or maybe spearmint. I'm not really sure. It has almost a comforous effect with that added cashmere wood and musks to make it airy and smooth, even in the highest heat. And it's modern. It stays all day, works wonderful for spending summertime outside, for any sport activity, a stroll in the park, on the beach, and especially as a vacation scent on a man. Yes, on a man, outside, on a vacation. This smells just delightful. For females, it can be used as a seductive tool. For example, for date night, in a nightclub, or any dance-related activities. But it's so perfect that for a girl, you have to be mega confident. This fragrance is top-notch and can come across kind of over the top sometimes, or too cold. It's like not date night appropriate, but it's too cold, but beautiful. At least the first 2 hours of wear. And I still think that this flanker is a great unisex scent. In fact, I love flower fragrances on men. Do you? Write down in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. And for you, my longtime fans, I send you lots of hugs and thank yous. Thank you all. So, Torino line 21, 22, 23. They're all activated by the body heat, and all of them smell gorgeous in these kind of situations. And the dry down of 23rd is to die for. It's Oriental Amber, smooth, a bit salty, little sweet from the benzoin or some other resins, I'm not really sure. Gorgeous. Musical associations. This one is super tough for me. I thought from the beginning that a classical composer piece, maybe performed by orchestra, actually 100% orchestra, a lot of strings, is supposed to be represented with this fragrance. Maybe a symphony of a kind. But the problem is, I'm not into classical music at all. I didn't browse through all of the 18th and 19th century music, but I think that Symphony No. 7 by Ludwig van Beethoven is an accurate choice, but only the first two parts. for Torino 23. And to tell the truth, this music, like I listened for the first time, I listened all 4 parts of it. That symphony is so complicated, so interesting, much more complicated than Torino 23. Just saying. So the first movement of that symphony is called, I think it's called Poco sostenuto vivace. It is perfectly conducted with positive florals for me and makes me wonder of butterflies and rainbows and being outdoors, these strings and woodwinds with interesting nuances. The second movement part is called, I think it's called, just tell me in the comments, is it the parts that are called allegretto or vivace, or it's just supposed to be played that way, I guess? Not really sure. So that's what it said on the video that I watched. So the second part, allegretto. Some people think that Symphony Number 7's the second part is one of the best musical parts ever composed. It's very dramatic, but genius. For me, it is amber vanilla base of this fragrance. Smooth, but emotional. It lures you into a person's neck. In fact, Torino 23 is a modern fragrance, as I said. But its chemical ingredients are done so discreet that you really think that it could come from the past. That past that some people are talking about that was so good, and people want to travel back in time machine. Nobody thinks about health that time, or people's rights, or illiteracy levels. So this fragrance, for me, does not smell mature or too vintage, but it smells like the past, the perfect past. No grandma's dusty chest. No, it's not oily, not heavy. It works like your second skin, a better and sweeter skin with musky undertone. For me, it is a work of art. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Write your comments. Do you have a favorite floral fragrance for men? See you soon. Bye-bye.